Have you ever failed a workout? As I mentioned, I have just last week, and this weekend we're giving it a redo.
Hey everybody, it's been a while since I posted a video. It was the 4th of July week actually, and the week after that you guys all probably heard that my main A race for the year, the Chicago Marathon, has been canceled. So I took a little bit of time off of creating video content. I guess the good news is my training hasn't really stopped at all. Still pushing forward, still working to get to that sub 3-hour marathon fitness, working with my coach. We just don't quite have a plan exactly of how that's all going to come together yet. But this video we're going to talk about fighting failure. And what I mean by that is last week I actually had a run workout over the weekend that I wasn't able to do. And I felt like it might have been within my physical ability on the day. I decided to hold back though. Talked with my coach about it. He wants me to give it another go this weekend. And that's exactly what we're going to do. We had a terrible workout last weekend. It was my key long run of the weekend. We're gonna do it this weekend. So this is how I push past failure.
The workout really, on paper, wasn't that hard. Last weekend it was 95 and humid. I just let it get to my head, started feeling sorry for myself, and just didn't finish the workout like I should have. Decided in my head that it was probably better that I stopped, and maybe that was the right choice, but this weekend we have better weather. We can toss out the excuses. The workout, as I mentioned, it's not hard looking at it on paper. Really, it should be quite easy. 3 miles warm up, which is what I'm doing now, taking it easy, zone 2. A 3-mile build to the final 3 miles at just slower than marathon pace. So for me today, we're going to be going 7:15 to 7:30 on the upper limit. I'm looking forward to this one. Time for a little bit of redemption. Alright, that went pretty good, guys. Alright everybody, that run went really well. Really quickly, here were the splits. The warm-up was right around 9 minutes to 8:45 pace. Did the build between 8:30 and 8:20. Kept it pretty tight. But then the 3 miles of tempo, 7:27, 7:20, and 7:04. That first mile of tempo here in Wisconsin, actually heading up out of the lake, has a pretty good amount of elevation gain. So the 7:27 was really close to the same power I was putting out for the 7:20 to the 7:04 mile. So really good effort there. I'm really happy with the results of this run. Really quickly, one thing I really want to emphasize from this run and a lot of the other runs I've been having this summer, the difference between failure and success a lot of times, especially when the heat gets cranked up, is really narrow. You go out for a hot day like I did a week ago, it was 94 degrees plus humidity. We were talking triple digit temperatures and I failed that run. But looking back at it, I was still putting out pretty good power. It was still a really hard effort for me dealing with all that heat. It's hard to normalize your efforts, and something that I've been using now for the last couple months is this here Stride power meter. This is definitely a new tool for me. I have a lot to learn with it still, having only used it for a couple months now, but working with my coach, I'm even starting to see a couple of the workouts on my training schedule based off of power, which I think is really cool. I'm really interested to see how is this going to further impact my training. In fact, we're going to be talking with my coach next week about that. So if you want to learn more about running with a power meter just like I do, make sure to hit that subscribe button below so you don't miss out on that video next week. Thanks a lot, everybody.